I'm going to do a little sage before we get started here. Okay. My name is Jessie, and I'm an intuitive reader. I don't typically use the term high priestess, but yes, I do also claim to be high priestess. I've done a lot of shadow work. I'm more prone to underworld alchemy than, well, I say that. I know I have a mix, and then I have some messages that are like bubbly and but I don't sugarcoat. So I'm not for everybody, and the heron flying out there. If you don't like my messages or the way I convey them or my polarity or whatever, you can just go find somebody else. I also don't tend to focus very much on the karmic energies or the drama. I just give it like the energy that's coming through and the messages that are coming through. All right. I think that was enough of a intro. All right. So, this is it's always a little bit different, but what the main theme here is about abundance and the ties. Whoa, they said, if y'all ever read the book Ties That Bind, Ties That Break, that's such a good story. It's a great book. But anyway, because like it kind of just makes you think of karmic ties, but it might even be about trauma. This might be related with trauma bonding as well, because there's this correlation that's being drawn between this Five of Pentacles energy, which is like lack and scarcity, and this Devil energy at the bottom. So there is a need to trust in this situation if you're feeling this energy, and a need to go all in if this is something that you want, if you're ready to break this tie. This is kind of just what's coming through. This is making sense to me as well. However, I don't see like the other side of it. But what I'm getting, like, it's kind of like all the little like things inside are kind of like clicking now. So it's like there's this tie. It could be there. Like the devil in general is temptation, but like it's going to be different for everybody. But I'm getting specifically like lust. And I'm also, but lust, it can, is multifaceted, many things. Like for me with the fitness, it's like the lust for power, like the lust for like to feel powerful, or the lust to like there's a mental part that I'm trying to break of like feeling like I have to be strong physically to be seen as strong, or whatever. Like I'm trying to break that myself. So it's going to be different what that is for you, but that's they're like drawing the line between like it's this, and this has to be broken, and in order to, or let go. It might be a surrender usually, because typically the devil, all the songs are about being in chains. So like the devil energy is that feeling of being trapped or caged or chained, because it's also with this Eight of Swords reversed. It's like this is the desire, is like you're like, I can't stand this energy anymore. Like, what do I have to do to break the chain? And to feel this Four of Wands, it's sort of like this faint memory or something is kind of what I'm getting from this, of like you remember a time when you felt joy, but there's like an understanding that it's this mental space, this mental thing that you have to get past, but you don't know how to get there. So they're saying that it's that, again, I don't know what that is for you. It's just there's that correlation being drawn between like it's this devil energy and this need to surrender it, or this need to they keep giving me about, like, for me, like giving yourself compassion and grace, and even like praise if you're doing good. I've been feeling a lot more of like letting go. There's been like so much less fear, and even there's been anger has popped up a couple times, but I'm not feeling like triggered as much as easily and stuff already. So it's like, and I've been feeling like this energy that I felt. There's something with that with the Four of Wands, like an energy that you felt before you were engrossed in this like devil energy, this thing that you felt like you had to have, but the universe is like, you don't actually have to have any of these attachments. It might be, a lot of times it's just the mental thing of getting past that hump of feeling like you can't do it, but we can. We're better off without it, because although we did become codependent on all these things, like really nature provides everything that we need. More or less. I know but sometimes reminding yourself of that helps. They're wanting me to say that it's like the collective has this very, very strong focus of like, you are dialed in on purpose is most important to you, or serving is most important to you, or your mission is most important to you, or God is most important to you. Like it could be different things, but it's like they want you to like be proud of yourself for that, because that's going to be the thing that's going to pull you through all this anyway. I kind of think that goes hand in hand, because I don't know that I would ever get to, I don't, knock on wood, I don't know that I would ever get to a place of like wanting to just rot, as like this concept that I've recently heard about. But, you do lose passion sometimes, and that is hard. Those moments are hard to feel like, is my passion going to come back and all of that. Okay. Okay, so our Fool is reversed. There is like all of this that's going on. What's going on might be making you feel restless. I'm not getting reckless. Like I was feeling restless today, so there might be a restlessness. There's a need to keep staying in this Two of Swords, and what I'm getting from the Four of Swords reverse is like also making the time for rest. Like if you're like me and you don't really like doing that, they're like, you need to right now, because you're breaking this chain, essentially. Like you're having to break this thing, so you need to rest. If your brain is like, I'm overwhelmed, then give yourself that break, or love on yourself, or whatever it is that like helps you to feel safe again. Okay, so what they're saying about like this devil energy, okay, I'll try to like sum it up. So it's a self-sabotage cycle. Like, so when you get in this space, it gives you this, like, you're going to have this like high that you get from it, or, endorphin release. Like that's the one for me for sure. With fitness, you get all these endorphins. And then again, like the power high. But what really ends up happening now is that because it's self-sabotage, it's really giving you this instability. It's taking that Nine of Pentacles and we're flipping it, and it's causing you to not trust your intuition, not trust your own judgment. So it's a trust. It's also allowing this trust to be rebuilt, to break this cycle. So what you're really craving is this this friendship, this camaraderie, this true soulmates, like, because it's just three, and I feel that because I had a couple friends that I was talking to on the phone before all this happened, and that was very fulfilling for me. So it's like there's just this desire for this, but you're using a substance, or you're using a power high. I guess for me, I'm trying to figure out how to like bring my thing into this and like make sense of it, to replace this desire for this connection. And you're really wanting to feel like the world is your oyster. You're really wanting to feel like you have options. Like this isn't even giving me freedom. It's like there are doors that are opening and you're walking through them. Like you're co-creating. Like 2 makes me think of co-creation. So that's really the desire that you have, but it's like there's just a lot of fear or a lot of like whatever's coming up right now that's difficult to deal with. But to break these chains, we have to get past this temptation. Yeah, there's some anxiety. This new, it's a promise of, there's anxiety. Okay, there's anxiety around this new beginning, but you're in this Chariot energy. And there's a strong emphasis on nature, like this farmer guy, this farming energy comes up a lot. Okay, so they're saying keep surrendering. If you get yourself into this the 9 of Wands is a little bit confusing because I think that's actually like a taking a break energy, whereas the 10 of Wands is like too many things on your plate. I can't think of the words. You're juggling. You can't handle how much is coming at you. But like he looks like it's burnout. Like I was feeling a little bit of burnout this morning, and then I kind of like meditated and I felt better. But like they're giving that too of like, there's a need to, like, there's a strong tie. There might be 11:11. I haven't done that in a long time. There might be a tie with martyrdom that it's so deeply patterned. Whereas they're saying that learning to stay in this 2 of Swords position and also resting when you need to is going to help you be, that's what they're giving is like resting is going to help you to be in this 2 of Swords position, which is really a place of empowerment. Whereas 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, you already know that's burnout. Like that's not empowered. So it's like, that's truly what we're seeking, is to stay in our power and to feel grounded and in alignment and safe and strong and powerful and all those things. So I think that, okay, the shift is that giving yourself grace and resting when you need to, instead of beating yourself up or feeling like you have to go use something, or you have to impulsively do something or escape. This Knight of Wands, a Knight of Pentacles, I am bad about that. I get them confused. Is very, very grounded. It's that there's a strong earth energy in this. I think what they're giving, because like I've already started tapping into feeling this like energy that I used to have before I've gone through phases in my life, but I've also had other codependencies. So, but I've always been somewhat laid back, and like, I wasn't always all about fitness. I've always had the restlessness. I've always had the desire to like learn and like this sort of thing. But like, the fitness thing I quickly became crazy about it, but it definitely was like, took time. Okay. The point is like, there was a version of me before that. So that's kind of what they're giving, is it's like, whatever it is that this addiction is, or this codependency, this self-sabotage cycle is, it's like, you are this Knight of Pentacles regardless. Like, that's just the only energy I have to go off of in this reading. Like, you are this Emperor, Empress regardless. And you just having to prove it to yourself right now. But you might already be tapping into that energy of realizing like you've always been strong, and you've gotten that reflection before. I know I have. And it's funny though, because it's like still people will treat you like you don't know what you're doing, and which none of us, we're all figuring it out anyway, but like they'll treat you like you're dumb or you're childish, or like whatever that person said, like I'm not a clear channel and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, you don't have to watch. Like, it's just unnecessary. Like, anyway. Okay. All right. I love you guys. If you want to work one-on-one with me, or you want to get a reading from me, you can see my email for that. I love y'all. We can do this. Okay.